For this shot, my idea was to work with Elle and her 3 horses, her in full dressage, in this beautiful stable that she has. It's fairly new. I loved the idea of making this symmetrical and having the leading lines going down to the hole in the background that then just shows the trees in the background. The best of plans don't always work out. What I wanted with the symmetry was her standing with one horse holding in the middle and then having a horse head coming out of their stalls on either side. We did a pretty good job with it most of the time, so there was a little bit of adjusting going on, but it still worked out really well. My main light was the 43-inch Luna Octa, large enough to be able to cover both her and the horse. My 2 background lights were the Indra 360s, and I just used the reflectors. I brought the grids. I was thinking I would use the grids, but I didn't need to because I had plenty of light to be able to come and just rake across that background to give me the outline on the horses and to light up the walls of the stable. It was just so easy. So I had both of those on B because I wanted those to be equal power. There wasn't one stronger than the other. They needed to be equal. So if you want to change anything up, you can do it all from the camera pretty quickly and easily. I did a variation on the shot where I had her outside. The reason I did that is because as we were setting up, I saw her leading the horse in and she wasn't in the stable yet, and I looked at the 2 lights coming and just giving that beautiful rim light on her and the horse outside. So I just moved forward and kept her outside. It's really difficult to work with animals because they're unpredictable. You have to learn with each animal how to handle them. So in this case, working with the horses, carrots, they like carrots. We were rattling the carrot bag because they know that there's carrots inside that, and that would make their ears pick up. You have to be able to go with the flow because you really don't have any choice in the matter. This is my favorite shot out of everything we did, and again, it was almost an afterthought, but it has such a romantic feeling to it, the dramatic feeling, and then that warm glow of the barn. We lit this with the Hexapara, which is this giant light source. Plenty of coverage to be able to cover both of them and actually put a little bit of fill on the barn in the background. Balancing light is one of the trickiest things because you've got to find just that right time, but you also have to have an understanding about the look and the mood that you're wanting to establish. So I'm shooting with strobe lights, so they're daylight color, but the barn actually had warm color in it, and then the sky is really blue. So I actually had 3 different color light sources. So everything balanced really well there. The tough part is waiting for that right time when you've got the right balance from both the barn light and the skylight. So it takes a little bit of thinking. Working with the battery pack on location and having a modeling light, this is a huge benefit. In the past, you could turn the modeling light on for a minute, but it would drain so much power out of the battery pack that you couldn't keep them on. With the Phottix and the LED modeling lights, you can leave it on for hours and hours and hours and you're not going to drain the battery. It's a huge amount of power that I can get with these battery packs on location, not worrying about ever having to plug them in, and still just be able to continually shoot and not worry about draining the batteries for the modeling lights.